He took everything from me. He had pretty much taken as much as he could have taken. And that was when I found out as well that he was grooming other girls. He was trying to justify it by saying that he wasn't sleeping with these girls, that he was just taking them out because he knew that they had large sums of money in their accounts. And I just felt so disgusted. At the same time, I had no money of my own. I had no food. And so I had to keep relying on him to give me money. I was on Snapchat and I noticed this guy was always holding wads of cash and he was always driving different cars. It was so weird how every day it was like a Bentley or a Range Rover. That night he had asked me out and getting ready, I planned my outfit to the T. He walked me to the gates and that's when I saw his car. It was a white BMW. And then he started driving and I was like, oh wow, he's a man in charge, damn. So I was just really happy to be there and happy to be with a guy that looks like he had his shit together. After our night out, and he had literally spent the entire night buying me drinks and taking care of me and making sure I was okay, we were in the car and we were about to leave, and I asked him to actually tell me what he did for a living, and he was like, oh, do you actually want to know the truth? And I said, yeah. And he said, can you handle it? And I said, yeah. And he said, okay, so I do bank frauds. And I kept quiet, and then he was like, so how do you expect me to afford all of this then? A smart person would have jumped out the car and taken an Uber home, but I didn't want to be judgmental. He rang me really early in the morning and he was hysterical. He was like, yo, I'm in the highway, my car broke down, you gotta send me money, please, man. You're my girl, you're the only person that I can depend on. At first I was like, I don't really know you like that, we just met, what are you talking about? And he's like, nah, what are you talking about, man? I trust you, you're my girl. Who else am I supposed to call? It's your responsibility. And then I started feeling bad. He was sat right next to me at the back of the car and two of his friends were sat in front. The one on the driver's seat then pulled out, oh my God, he pulled out a stack of bank cards and he pulled out a stack of IDs to match the bank cards. And then he started pulling out the IDs and looking at me. They wanted me to go around and impersonate these people to retrieve cash. I think from the first day, he knew that I was generous and willing to give, most especially him, whatever he asked for. If my friends want something, I'm willing to go the extra mile for them. And he knew that and he took advantage of that. My landlord has sent me an email asking why had I requested for an installment of my rent back, and so I needed to pay my rent again. And that was when I realized this was my money that they had taken. And for him to just completely take everything and have me start from zero was just insane to me. How could someone do that? And when I spoke to the police, they were looking at me like I was crazy. He had pretty much taken as much as he could have taken. And that was when I found out as well that he was grooming other girls. He was trying to justify it by saying that he wasn't sleeping with these girls, that he was just taking them out because he knew that they had large sums of money in their accounts. And I just felt so disgusted. At the same time, I had no money of my own. I had no food. And so I had to keep relying on him to give me money.